can even roll in peace. Why? Everybody notice me, yeah. I can even go to sleep. Why? I'm rolling on the beam, yeah. They tried to give me 8, got on my knee like Jesus, please.
Welcome back to another YouTube video here on the White Stoners channel. Today we're going to review Wrestlemania 1 and we're going to go through them all. I have a special guest with me today. He is Thug Batman.
Oh. Hello everybody, I'm Thug Batman 94.
Alright. So, here's the disc, Wrestlemania 1. If you're wondering where we're at, we're in a different place in the house today.
We are in the Batcave.
So, WrestleMania 1 was held on March 31st, 1985 in Madison Square Garden. There were 19,121 people and only 9 matches.
Some of the celebrity guests included former heavyweight championship boxer Muhammad Ali as a referee, baseball player and manager Billy Martin as a ring announcer, and musician actor Liberace as timekeeper. Gene Okerlund sung the national anthem because their actual celebrity guests never showed up.
Also, if you didn't know, this was the first and only WrestleMania that you could watch for free before they started pay-per-view. To start the night off, we had Tito Santana against the Executioner. That match was alright. I felt like it was a little slow at the beginning, but then we saw Tito Santana defeat the Executioner by submission, and it only was 4 minutes and 50 seconds. Then we saw King Kong Bundy with Jimmy Hart as his manager. He went against Special Delivery James. That match was basically a waste of our time because it was only 23 seconds. At the time, it was the shortest match at WrestleMania, and it wasn't good.
The third match was Ricky Steamboat defeated Matt Bourne. That match lasted 4 minutes 38 seconds. That was an okay match. It could have lasted longer. Oh wait, it's me next.
Alright.
Sorry. Number 4 on the match list was Brutus Beefcake with Johnny Valiant versus David Sammartino with Bruno Sammartino. That one, they both got disqualified.
See, that's what I don't like at WrestleMania. They shouldn't have disqualifications at WrestleMania.
No, they should have just, let them go at it like real men.
Yep.
That match lasted 11 minutes and 44 seconds.
And then we have Junkyard Dog against Greg Valentine. I was a fan of both of them. And then Greg Valentine had Jimmy Hart by his corner. Match was alright. They both got counted out. That's what I don't like at WrestleMania. Big pay-per-view events like that, they shouldn't disqualify them. That match lasted 6 minutes and 55 seconds.
Yeah, number 6. You just gotta read through the line.
And then we have Nikolai Koloff and the Iron Sheik against Mike
Rotundo.
Mark Rotundo and Barry Wunderman.
Also known as the U.S. Express.
Yep. And before that one started, we had Nikolai Koloff and Iron Sheik sing the Canadian national anthem. I wasn't a fan of them at the time, but it was also really cool seeing them win the titles. That match lasted 6 minutes and 56 seconds.
Number 7, we had Andre the Giant defeated Big John Studd with Bobby Heenan. And if I'm not mistaken, that was the body slam competition, wasn't it?
Yep, for $15,000.
That lasted 5 minutes and 54 seconds. Of course, Andre the Giant won because he's huge.
That's my favorite match of the whole card.
That was a really good match. But it would have been funnier if they would have brought out Hornswoggle if he would have been around that time.
It would have been.
If they would have just did it on him.
It would have been.
Because then they could have just, tossed him around like a rag doll and
Yep.
it would have been funny. Number 8 We had Wendy Richter, accompanied by manager Cyndi Lauper, versus Liliani Kai. And that was for the championship. And Wendy Richter won that one. That match only lasted 6 minutes and 12 seconds, and it was a decent match.
It wasn't too bad.
Yeah, number 9. That was the main event.
And then for our main event, we had Hulk Hogan, Mr. T, versus Paul Orndorff and Rowdy Piper. And then Cowboy Bob Orton, I know, was with Paul Orndorff and Rowdy Piper.
Hulk Hogan won it.
And then that one was a great match. Hulk Hogan came out as WWF champion. It was a shame that title wasn't on the line at this WrestleMania. But Mr. T and Hulk Hogan ended up winning that match, as expected from a lot of us. So, overall, this pay-per-view gets a 4.4 out of 10 from me. What would you say?
I would give it a 5.
Okay.
It was because there was some good parts.
Okay. So, this has been White Stoner and Thug Batman. Make sure to subscribe to my channel, leave a like, and we are out.